In this video, we are talking about Magneto. Will you be able to get him this first time around? Plus, we're talking about the rest of the dev blog update. Let's hit it!
Valley Flyer.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? Valley Flying here, I am back. Welcome to the channel. And today we are talking about the dev blog update that came out a few days ago. I wanted to react to it. It's been a busy weekend for me though, so this is my first chance to get to react to it. And overall, I gotta say I'm pretty happy. Magneto, the way it will be released, I mean, that character will be released, has been revealed, and it looks like it won't be a very high percentage of the community that will be getting Magneto this time around. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping now that I will get him, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to also react to the rest of the dev blog. Let's go right over to that. I do want to remind you guys that I'm playing on BlueStacks 4. Very good emulator on my PC. Nox is also available, but I like BlueStacks 4 a little better. There's an affiliate link down in the description down below if you want to support the channel and play on your computer. All right, let's go to the update. I am overall happy with this because a lot of the issues that were concerning me were addressed in this dev blog. The first was Yondu's passive. Let me talk about this first just because that's the order that they listed it in. All right, I was not too happy that the customer service response that I got when I asked to refund this was denied. They actually said they were looking into it. The customer service person said they haven't had any word on it, but they would let me know. And I guess this is letting us know that we can refund this passive ability. And I think that's the right thing to do with these orange abilities, where they change the descriptions after we've already upgraded them. And it's not really, I'm not sure if it's changing the actual skill or there was just a bug in the skill, so they just changed the wording to accurately reflect what is happening on the skill. So I'm happy that they went back and did this. They did this for Black Widow. Right now, orange mats are so rare that I think it's appropriate that they did this. But they're only giving us an opportunity to do this for 14 days. So if you did Yondu's upgrade, upgrade Yondu's passive, kind of based on the video that Casino and I did the first iteration around, it's still a good passive. And it might still be worth it if you use him a lot. But I think there are a lot of other ones that are more valuable, so it might be something you hold off on. I'm probably going to put it on one of my defenders. Just because I don't think I will get to level 70 for Nick Fury anytime soon. And I think I have the orange mask to upgrade it when I finally get level 70. It's a very slow progress, which is fine. So yeah, good job, Fox Next. Listen to community, how upset people were, because that's not a mistake on our part. That's a mistake that Fox Next made by mislabeling that description. So I'm glad that they are allowing us to do that. So thumbs up. This was something that was bothering me. This was a big question for me. If you've seen my video with Pop Pokemon, and in that I was kind of waiting to see what they would do with this. I said if they did more than 10 save squads, I would be happy. And kind of listening to the community, because there was some backlash on these save squads that they were charging for that, and they listened to the community, and I think it's the right thing to do, to listen to the community. And I always give them the benefit of the doubt, because if it seems that Fox Next has made many mistakes, many missteps. They're trying to balance, trying to make the most money with making all of us happy, and they've made some bad decisions in the past. This is not a perfect game. I mean, Casino did a huge video about that, about all the problems still in the game. But I think overall the game is good, and I think overall they make mistakes, but they go back on it. And this one, they've actually went back on it before it was even an issue. So good job, Fox Next. I'm happy with both of these things. The save squads and the Yondu passive. I think they've got a thumbs up from me for both of these. Magneto Legendary Event. I think it'll be a very small percentage of people that will unlock Magneto this first time around. And I think that's fine. It looks like a lot more will be getting him the second time around. I'm obviously going to push hard to try to get him this first time around. If I don't get it, I'm not too disappointed. They're making it clear that if you are a whale and you want to spend money to get Magneto right now, you could get him. if you don't want to spend money, if you are a free-to-play player, or if you're someone that spends a little bit of money, you can still get him in January. These are going to be coming back. Some of these characters that are harder to get shards for will be easier to get shards for when it comes back. But for this first time, it might be a little difficult. Now, let me go show you what I'm working with here, because I'm going to try to get it for you guys, so I can make some videos, show you how the Brotherhood works. And Deadpool, Cable, not an issue. They're not, you can't unlock Magneto with him, so these guys don't really matter. Wolverine matters, and this is kind of a check on how long you've been playing the game. If you don't have Magneto, if you don't have Wolverine to 5 stars, you haven't been playing the game a lot. And, you know, it kind of is what it is. Magneto, the Brotherhood, looking to be one of the best teams in the game. Definitely one of the top 3 teams. You know, on paper, they're looking to be better than S.H.I.E.L.D. and Defenders, but when they actually come out, we'll see what happens with that. But to get one of the top characters in the game, you need to be playing for a while. So if you don't have Wolverine at 5-star, you definitely haven't been playing long enough. I wouldn't be too unhappy if you don't have him. Now, if you do have Wolverine, we're going to talk about the rest of the characters. But it's kind of a check on how long you've been playing. Obviously, if you want to spend a bunch of money, Wolverine is still available in premium orbs. Let me go check that really quick just to... Yeah, he's available in premium orbs and mega orbs and in your objectives. So, yeah. If you want to spend a bunch of money, he is available. You might need to spend a bunch like Sabertooth, though. You could spend a lot of money on that. Mystique. Available as a reward in Villains 5, 6. I've been farming Mystique ever since she became farmable. And I've been spending the refreshes on up to 50 every day. Haven't went into that 100 territory, but, you know, farming her as quick as I could without wailing out too much. Got her up to 3 stars right now, 17 out of 80. Looks like I need 130 plus a little over 60 more. So a little over 200 is what I would need to get her up there. It's going to be close. I might have to go into that 100 refresh. And if they're doing things like they've done in the past, I'm assuming they're going to do 1 or 2 double drop days. No announcement of any of that in the data mines. Nothing in any of the official announcements. But just based on what they've done in the past, I'm thinking they will do 2 double drop days for her. Storm as well. We're going to get to her in a little bit. But I think it's going to be very close, at least for me. And I hope you guys have her way higher than I did if you're looking to get Magneto. And then there may be some daily login rewards where you get 5 shards or so for some of these mutants. So it will be close. I would go into and buy some refreshes just for myself. All right, Storm, available in Blitz. This was a couple days ago, so this past Blitz that just ended. Also in a reward from Mystic 2-3, so becoming farmable looking like tomorrow, because the data mine is showing that this version 2.1 is coming out tomorrow. Obviously, things can change, so it may not be tomorrow. But as soon as that update comes out, she is farmable. For me, at least, I have her at 5 stars because I went pretty hard on her blitzes. I went pretty hard on her event. May even have her at 6 stars, which will help, so I don't have to gear up these other characters as much. So Wolverine, Storm, and most likely Mystique, not an issue. So the last characters are these ones that are not released yet. Plus Sabertooth, which in my mind is not released yet because all he is in a premium orb, which has a very low drop rate. I mean, literally, you could spend thousands and thousands of dollars and get 0 shards for Sabertooth. So not very farmable. I mean, most likely you'll get him unlocked. You spend that much money, but you could get nothing. So Sabertooth kind of out of the equation. So you have to do Mystique, Wolverine, Storm, Juggernaut, and Pyro. Juggernaut looks like he will become a pretty easy to get 5-star character if you're using some refreshes and if your alliance does pretty good in his event. So I'm not too worried about this. Venom was a pretty easy farm. Juggernaut looks to be the same way, and they even mentioned similar to Juggernaut in this blog. So if you're doing well and spending refreshes, Juggernaut shouldn't not be a problem. The big question for me, though, and probably for everybody else, is Pyro. Will you be able to get Pyro up to 5 stars in time. And they mentioned 2 back-to-back blitzes here. Now, if you're finishing in the top 1,500, which at the most will be 1,500 players. So not a lot of players will be able to get Pyro, which is the 5th one that you need. Which means not a lot of people are going to be having Magneto and this Brotherhood team that first iteration. Obviously, if people are willing to spend money, be a little shouldn't be too much of an issue. But with these back-to-back blitzes, you finish in top 1,500, you get 85 shards there. You do all your milestones, you get 21 shards there. That is 106 per blitz, which means that's 212 if you do both those blitzes. You're still about 100 stars short if you finish very high in those blitzes. And then there's this thing that I haven't seen before, or if I've seen it, I don't remember seeing this, but it is a chance to earn Pyro or Fragments with every victory. Now, if this is, I don't remember this happening, and if this has, I apologize, but getting orbs for each victory. Now, they say a chance to earn Pyro orb for each victory, which means it leads me to believe that you may not get any if you win, but you may get some. So, I don't know how much you can rely on these orbs. And then after the, before the second Magneto event, you'll have a legendary event. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue getting him up to 5 stars. If you play these blitzes, get these milestones, maybe get lucky in this, and play this event hard, spending some refreshes there. So shouldn't be too much of an issue getting Magneto before the second legendary event. But before this first one, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people. I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of money trying to get Magneto. Maybe I might change my mind. I do like that they're going back on some of this stuff, so I'm a little more willing to spend money on this game because they're softening their stances. I know a lot of people were pissed off about a few things before it even came out, and like I said, this is not a perfect game. There's some issues, but I'm having fun on this. So yeah, that's the thing with Magneto. You know, it's looking like Shield and Defenders will be viable for at least a little bit longer, because I don't think there'll be a lot of people getting Magneto. Even if you do good in these blitzes, you're still 100 shards short. They're going to have to come from somewhere. If they give you 5 in a login, I don't know how they would make it more farmable with a double drop day. And these orb fragments just look to be a lot of RNG. You might be able to do very good, do very bad. So Magneto coming. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I'm going to try to get it for you guys, though. But let's move on to the rest of this. Customer service, they talked about that, how they do tickets. I'm glad they're revealing the process. Not much to talk about as far as a video, though. Permanently banned cheaters. They're updating some cheat detection. That was another thing that has been bothering me. All the cheaters in this game. So hopefully this update solves a lot of that. I mean, it's just not possible for some of these blitz players to get in as many battles as they are showing on their accounts, and to score as much as they've been scoring with smaller accounts. So I'm glad they're looking at that, because when people cheat on blitz, it affects everybody. Dark Dimension, I obviously haven't taken too much time. I forget to do it sometimes. All right. And then more events like these blitz treat milestones. I like when they did that. They did a bunch of extra milestones when they had that very first Deadpool event. And then they brought back some other extra milestones during Halloween time. So that's it for the upgrade. Overall, the dev notes, because the update's not here yet. But overall, I like it. I like the direction they're going. I like that they're listening to community. They kind of have a history of making interesting decisions and then going back on it to appease the community. Because like I said, for them, it's a balance of making the most money, but also making the community happy. The free-to-play needs to play so that whales have money to spend on. So you got to keep them happy, and that's the direction I think a lot of these bigger games go for. But that's it, guys. Live streaming tonight. I hopefully will see you on there. Probably starting a little later than usual. I actually started to do some jiu-jitsu. The classes are only at night on Mondays for me, so I'm going to be starting that a little later. Hopefully you guys will still join me on that instead of starting at 9:30 Eastern. We're starting at 10:30 Eastern, so 8:30 my time, 7:30 Pacific. So that's gonna be dual cast on YouTube and Twitch as usual. So be there tonight, answering a bunch of questions, playing some Blitz, maybe playing some raids, and just kind of waiting for that update. Might actually do some other ones with this update looming. All right, we talked about BlueStacks. If you want to play on that, check out the link down below. My favorite emulator. And that's what I play Marvel Strike Force on. There is some Valley Flying merch. Got some cool merch. I'm not sure if there's a sale going on, but click on the link if you want to get a cool t-shirt, coffee mug, phone case, bunch of stuff there. And obviously, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, smash on that notification bell, and smash on that like button. I got one question for you. What you gonna do, brother, when Valley Flying and all the Valley Mayonnaise come down on YouTube? I'll see you next time. Valley Flying, out.